Hello everybody, sorry it's been a while since the last video, but I've been busy getting bionic eyes, which means that I no longer need glasses or a beard, so changes are afoot. However, I do need these things for reading, so I have really turned into Jeremy Clarkson, because I noticed him do this on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, where every time he needs to read a question he goes like this and goes, reads your question, then takes his glasses off. Well, brace yourself, that's me for the rest of my life now. Hey ho. Anyway, milk floaters are constantly, in a very smug way, they are very, very smug, constantly telling me that EVs are taking over the world. It's inevitable. The march towards electrification is happening. Every single manufacturer knows it, and they're all doing it. And within 2 years, everything's going to be electric and we're all going to be dead. We're all going to be better off. Except that simply ain't the case. Now, Porsche announced this last week. I may cover that tomorrow. But I just happened to Google BMW going back to petrol. And I found a very interesting timeline, which I'd like to share with you now. It'll involve me putting my readers on. Here we go. Actually, I can read it without my glasses on because it's far enough away. See, I've got it written on a bit of paper. 15th of January 2024, demand for petrol has peaked. This is an article on GB News where BMW say that demand for petrol has peaked, it is diminishing, and we are going full electric. 15th of January 2024. They are fully behind it, despite the fact at the time their electric range consisted of the hateful ID3, the horrible ID4, the iX ones, Jesus, a super tanker with batteries that you have to throw anchors out the back to get it to stop. On the i8, which is, is beautiful, but completely pointless and impractical. And despite that, they're ploughing ahead. The demand for petrol is gone, says BMW. 12th of February 2024. On a website called Eco Experts. Now, can you imagine? You go around someone's house for dinner or tea, as we call it here. You can't call it a tea party because that's a bit Alice in Wonderland. So you go around the house and you meet a load of strangers. You go, all right, what do you do? Well, I sit in cars and rant at phones. And I'll do some other stuff. All right, what do you do? I run a website called Eco Experts, and it's very interesting you say about cars. I know a lot about it. Oh, fucking hell, here we go. You just want to get in the cab and go home right there. I mean, 99% of people would do what I would do in that situation and plough into as much alcohol as you can to numb the pain. Anyway, on Eco Experts, EVs will soon overtake petrol and diesel, according to BMW. Oliver Zipse, the CEO of BMW, Bavarian giant. EVs will overtake petrol and diesel. It's only a matter of time. How much time we got? Well, we got 5 years now. It ain't going to happen. But nevertheless, you are denying the figures. You're not looking at the statistics. I am looking at the statistics. And at the end of the day, still 77% of all cars bought in Britain aren't electric. That's a big swing. 18th of June 2024, back on GB News. Petrol and diesel are to be sold for the foreseeable future, according to BMW CEO Oliver Zipse. Hang on, 4 months later, he's changed his tune. He's seen which way the wind's blowing, and he don't like it financially. It don't work for him. So he said, no, we're going to carry on making petrol and diesel. I don't know why he brought diesel into it, because the way that petrol engines work these days, there really is no need for diesel engines anymore. It's just I don't know why I suppose people still want them because they think they're getting better MPG or whatever, but yeah, I just don't see the point in diesels anymore. And I love a turbo diesel. I love it. But new, no, I mean, when you're buying a 20-year-old Alfa Romeo 2.4 JTDM. Oh, what an engine. But if you're buying a new one, you can just buy petrol. 12th of August 2024, on This Is Money, a categorical ban on petrol and diesel cars is wrong, says Oliver. So he's gone from 12th of February, EVs will overtake the world, to 12th of August, one of my wedding anniversaries, before anyone goes, which one? Yeah, it's my wedding anniversary. So a whole 6 months has passed to the day, and he says a categorical ban on petrol and diesel is wrong. Well, hang on a minute, Oliver. I thought you said that EVs were going to overtake petrol and diesel, so you wouldn't care. The wind is changing. And that's weird, because milk floaters have been telling me all last year that sales are rocketing, skyrocketing, and soon they will take over the world and they will roll over us like the women did over the men in The Worm That Turned in The Two Ronnies. Google it. And then, 3 days ago, on the 10th of February 2025, in the Financial Times, we are investing in combustion engines, says Oliver Zipse, CEO of BMW. The road to EV dominance will be a roller coaster, not a straight road. His words, not mine. Largely due to Mr. Trump taking over in America and telling people to drive what they like. The bastard giving people choice. How dare you? Oliver's changed his tune completely. So within 13 months, he's gone from EVs are taking over the world to, yeah, we're going to carry on making petrol, and actually we're going to expand our petrol range and invest 800 million in making new petrol engines with lower emissions, because we think that may be the future, not milk floats. Which is weird, coming from the CEO of a company that builds cars and apparently only needs to build milk floats because they're going to take over the world. It would appear the worm has turned. Again, that's twice that reference has come up in this conversation. The worm has turned. Not surprisingly. And it comes down to one thing and one thing alone. And it's nothing to do with how good the cars are. And, oh, if you charge at home, you can drive everywhere for 4p. And you just don't understand how to drive. It's nothing to do with that. It's very simple. People like me, like the 27,000 people that follow me, that the milk floaters hate the fact that that happens, or the 17, nearly 18,000 on YouTube that follow me. The milk floaters hate that as well. All these people, all of you, apart from the ones that hate me, so take out 1%, 99% of you are thick, stupid and wrong for not wanting a milk float, according to milk floaters. Now, we are voting with our feet, as are the customers. The customer is king, and BMW have realised their customers don't want milk floats. So therefore, they are making the cars that people want, so that they can sell cars as opposed to having parked up in a compound in the West Midlands doing fuck all. And that is the end of the lesson. Part 1. Tomorrow, let's see what Porsche have to say on the subject. Future, my arse.